I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Alright, let's do this. Hey Zero, and I guess you were a bit too hasty there, buddy. And I may have forgotten to press enter on the message that I've already prepared, but you know, details. Details. Who pays attention to the details? How are you doing, buddy? I am doing sleepily. Somehow. I don't know. Have coffee. It's gonna be fine.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Let's see. Teleport me over there. Oh. Oh boy. Let's see. First, today we shall do the quest for Lyney, and then random shit? Yeah, sleepily. I don't know. Just one of those days, probably. Oh, what the hell? The quest begins with her. Okay. Also. Come here. It is Charlotte. Thank you, Paimon.
Always running into her. What's she doing this time? Ooh, looks like street interviews. Paimon has a funny feeling that we might be in for an interesting time if we go check it out. Shall we?
God damn it, Paimon. Fine. Hello.
I see. So you believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
The Phantom Weasel?
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have
Phantom
faked his
Weasel?
own death 10 years ago using a body double. Now
What?
that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but however this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be is boring.
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you.
What was that sound? Anyway, there is a mosquito in the room, and if I start swatting in
The
front of my
Phantom
nose,
Weasel's latest warning
you know
letter.
what's up.
What are your thoughts?
Phantom Weasel?
Yeah. This is the first time we're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in?
Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, this case is from a decade ago. I guess you wouldn't know about it.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Tell
not
me.
to worry. You're in good hands because I'm a professional. The story goes like this. 10 or so years ago, a phantom thief became active in the court of Fontaine,
Joker?
known only as the Weasel. Nobody knew his true identity, and the authorities never managed to catch him.
Wow, cool!
But did
He
he
sounds like
steal
one of those
hearts?
Mysterious night burglars that you read about in novels.
Precisely. Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. Our Weasel targeted whatever people held dear, and no one was safe from his predations.
So
He would
Phantom
just as
Thief
soon
B.
steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday.
Sounds like an absolute weirdo.
I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor, but this guy did not discriminate. Unsurprisingly, this didn't work wonders for his public reputation. Every man and his dog wanted to see him behind bars.
Yeesh. So, did they catch him?
Not exactly. There's a good chance that the Weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago. A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a botched high-altitude escape performance. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a hoard of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. And that was how the Phantom Weasel's identity was revealed to all.
Alright.
Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters and pasted it on the gate of the Opera Epiclese for all to see. I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here, it's this one.
What the hell? Translation, please.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote. 3 days from now, when evening falls, I shall take from you that which you hold most dear at the Opera House, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
This
All right.
is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, the Phantom Weasel is back with a vengeance. What once seemed like an open and shut case has been blown wide open again. But why has he reemerged now? And what does he want? I sense an epic scoop, and I'm going for it.
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean even we might be targeted?
He might steal all of your favorite snacks. He might try to nab you.
Aww. But Paimon doesn't want to get kidnapped. Well, he'd have to go through you first. You would stop him, right?
Maybe.
Okay, the people have spoken.
I would think
It's clear
about it.
that the public are very concerned about the Phantom Weasel's reappearance.
Meanwhile, up there.
Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It does feel like something is missing, though. Something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Run, Lyney. Run. Looks like he's performing.
Magic, magician, Caesar, the Phantom Weasel. That's
Oh
it.
no.
Let's go interview Lyney.
Leave him alone.
You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too. And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common? They both have an air of mystery about them. Perhaps there's a connection there.
Are you serious? What sort of a deduction is that?
A good one?
Oh, relax. My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. Let's go. No time for delay.
The Forgotten Thief. Okay. Buddy, what are you up to?
Wow, Mr. Magician! How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy, which means they can read other people's minds.
This
Really?
little shit.
Then, what am I thinking now?
Well, first you need to relax, because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind, as if to say, no, I mustn't let him guess it.
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your mind, to think of nothing at all. But the more you try to hide a secret, the easier it'll come out. You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told your family a little lie so you could come out and play. Now, that's not a good habit.
You can tell? Oh boy, you really can read my mind.
Sure.
Of course. Oh, and that's the end of my performance. You should really be heading home. Remember to apologize to your family, all right? They must be worried about you.
All right, got it. Bye, Mr. Magician.
Well, he did study up on his how to read a person from the most minuscule of body language.
Hey, Lyney?
Why, hello. We meet again. Are you looking for me? What's the situation?
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The power of telepathy is quite beyond me.
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his micro-expressions. That, plus the fact that he was the only kid here without his parents, and he looked as guilty as sin. He made it easy for me. You guys, on the other hand, let me guess. Don't tell me you're here for the Phantom Weasel, are you?
Oh boy.
Wow. Got it in one! Is this more of your trickery at work?
Sure.
Wait, really? No trickery this time. It was pure luck. His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, Lyney, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance?
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Angry?
Oh?
Why?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the Opera House. That's the night I'll be performing there.
Alright.
What are the chances? Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you, do you?
What was that gasp?
If he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally. And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me. The mere mention of the Weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the contents of that letter get out, barely anyone will be showing up to watch my show. But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day. This leaves me with only one choice. I have to expose the Phantom Weasel's identity before the show begins.
Really? So what you're saying is, we might get to see a live duel between a famous magician and an infamous thief? Wow, this has exclusive written all over it.
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom Weasel is a notorious crook, infamous for his inscrutable methods.
You're being far too modest, Lyney. I think your magic tricks are even more inscrutable than those of a thief.
Thanks for the compliment, though I have to say, I don't care much for the comparison. A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the ability to make things disappear without the person noticing. But there's an important difference that these people overlook. Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower, just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
Gone.
It's gone!
Where did it go?
That's the question. Where did it go? Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might be a surprise in there somewhere.
A surprise? Let me see!
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
It's right there! But how? You haven't moved this whole time!
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Lyney, it seems that my previous praise was woefully inadequate. Clearly, magic is the superior art form to theft.
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians. Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality. It can be quite frustrating.
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, might I presume that you are well versed in floral symbolism? For example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion and romantic encounters.
Uh-huh.
But you used a Lumidu spell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separations. I'm curious to know if there was any deeper meaning behind this choice?
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But I'm afraid I don't know the first thing about floral symbolism. I'm just in the habit of using Lumidu spells in my magic. It sounds like something I should look into, though. I'll buy myself a copy of Fontaine's Floral Language Facts when I have some time. But it'll have to wait until this Phantom Weasel business is behind us.
Well noted. In that case, this brings us to the end of our interview. I, for one, am looking forward to the final showdown between you and the thief. Please feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. Otherwise, I will of course see you at your show in 3 days' time, but let's hope the Phantom Weasel is caught by then. If there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me lots to work with here, and I've got no time to lose if I want to write that exclusive piece. I'll see you all later.
Do I get to keep the flower there?
So, Lyney, are you gonna tell us how you did that flower trick now?
I'm afraid that's my little secret.
Aww. Well, magicians are entitled to their secrets. But Paimon's really itching to know how it's done.
It's very easy, Paimon. It's called right-click,
You feel it too,
right-click delete,
So
or
itchy.
right-click cut, right-click paste. Sorry. Phantom Weasel?
Not so itchy then, huh? Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my temporary magician's assistants and help me investigate?
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians too!
She's so excited.
Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done! Shall we go for it?
Oh, I hope during this quest Paimon is just gonna get more pissier and pissier because she cannot figure out how the tricks are working. Sure.
Excellent. Thank you for putting your trust in moi.
Moi.
The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar really was. If he truly was the Phantom Weasel, that means that the Weasel is dead, and whoever wrote this warning letter is just a copycat criminal. But if he wasn't the Weasel? Well, that'll make things more interesting. It would mean that the Weasel lives, and he's been laying low all this time in some corner of Fontaine. And if we're investigating Caesar, his fiancée Gemma is a good place to start. Word is that she visits the cemetery often, so I asked Lynette to wait for her there. We should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
Speaking of Lynette, I started slowly building her as a unit, but that's gonna take still a long ass while. And it's mostly down to the materials that the monsters here on this map are dropping. The little like bubbles.
You took your time.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Lynette. We're working as Lyney's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around.
Alright. Balthazar? Garcia and Giuliano.
A lot of people here today, huh? When did this cemetery get so popular?
Same thoughts here. What's going on?
Alright. Balthazar?
Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know a Gemma?
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiance? Sure I do. What's this about?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why either. She's heartsick. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often she just sits there in front of his headstone.
That is
lost
some
in thought.
dedication.
Sometimes she talks to herself. I asked her what she was doing once. She said she wanted to speak to him again. She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiancé all about how her life is going.
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away? Oh, so 10 years. Wow. Their love must have been really strong.
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's the only one who still thinks about him after all these years. I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him fondly. If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve someone like her. Anyway, all of that said, she's running later than usual today. Normally, she'd be sitting in front of his grave by now. I wonder if she's okay. Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might have more luck asking some other people.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
Alright.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can never tell what's true and what isn't. But what if, just hypothetically, I mean, what if this weasel's the real deal and Caesar was framed?
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up. The Caesar I knew was a good guy. He gave balloons to children on the street, for Pete's sake. What, are we supposed to believe that he was a balloon thief or something? Give me a break.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all, that gosh darn lousy son of a, you think you know a guy, or words to that effect.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Quick, find his tweet history. Or, sorry, X history. Sorry to interrupt.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it. Do you think you could spare a moment to tell us a little bit about Caesar?
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street. He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon, only for a whole bunch of doves to fly out from the inside. I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off. Really incredible stuff.
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done. Sometimes, he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
Huh.
He doesn't sound like such a bad guy.
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace after all this time. No, speaking of the devil, that's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
Or she picked up the name of the weasel.
That's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong? Wait, it looks like she's injured. Come on, let's see if she's okay.
Yeah. What if she picked up the name of the weasel to clear the name of the actual one.
Hi there. You're Gemma, right?
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid, we mean no harm. It looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
My name is Lyney, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this. I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
No, not that I know of.
Got it. All right. Sorry for disturbing you.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
Perhaps she simply doesn't trust us,
That's
which
fair.
is logical.
We're
Why
just
would
a
she
bunch
trust
of
us?
strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened a whole decade
Thank you,
ago.
Lyney.
It makes
Lyney,
sense that she'd
sorry.
be wary around us. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me outside Hotel de Boer tomorrow, and then we'll start the next step of our plan.
Okay. Wait until the next day. "12 hours later."
Over here.
Hello.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe right now. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. So, we need a contingency plan.
What should we do?
Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. But Lorenzo was the only one privy to all his magic secrets, and he inherited his craft. Before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town, his fame surpassing even that of his master, and it made him very wealthy. He's since left the magic scene, though, and these days, he's a wealthy businessman with his fingers in a lot of different pies. I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me. Be warned, though, I hear he's got a hair-triggered temper. We'd best be careful.
All right.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
My apologies. These two are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble, a couple of autographs would really make their day.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Was that a robot chef in the back?
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy about Lyney stroking his ego.
Yep.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a favor and cut to the chase. I have more important things to do than drinking.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic. Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. He claims to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. As such, I believe that I may well be his target. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally, any investigation into the Weasel starts with a few questions about Caesar, who...
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Lyney. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your magic show in any way, I will personally compensate you for any losses.
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
It is a mechanical chef.
Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me, what exactly are you seeking to do?
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years ago.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets. And in any case, dead men don't talk. So if you really care about your magician's pride, then you'll forget about Caesar and move on.
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
Let's say that again.
Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man? Want to grab a drink with me?
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on. You can't be all business all the time. You know what they say? Live fast, die young.
This guy.
You gotta learn how to kick back and relax once in a while.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
All right.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey. Edmondo. He and I are business pals.
What up,
We
Mondo?
worked together a bunch of times. This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed. Never heard a kind word out of this guy the whole time I've known him. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something?
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, point is, a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into. And he's still into, from what I hear.
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again. Do I make myself clear?
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right, I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard.
This guy.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Lyney, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
There's something strange about him.
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? Why would someone you just met make an offer like that? He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a little suspicious, but this guy's definitely covering something up.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him.
Just buy him a drink and he's gonna tell you everything about him for cheap. Also, this is amazing. Good sir, are you selling any recipes? Yes, you are. Holy shit, give me. Flotante. Okay. Oh, garlic baguettes. Mmm. Cream mushroom soup. Oh. Foie gras. Mmm. Also, give me a couple of the ingredients. But I'm here, why not? Gotta come in handy. Okay. Thank you, good sir. Let me quickly. There we go. Critic? What's up here? Okay. That's a fella. The boss of the hotel. Just sitting up here. Okay. Out. He's sobering up. Uh-huh. Oh, did you puke?
You okay there?
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. I just need to ride it out. I said way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, I nearly talked myself into complete financial ruin. Note to self, no more drunken chats when Lorenzo's around.
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you off? Ugh, Paimon knew he was a bad egg.
Hey, keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions or make an enemy out of him.
What kind of bad things?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. I'm not crossing that line again. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. You saw him flare up back there. I don't know what you said to him, but clearly it touched a nerve. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this. Don't get in over your head. I'm leaving.
I like this guy. I'm leaving.
And there he goes. What do we do now, Lyney?
Shh. I think we're being watched. Someone was listening in to our whole conversation. Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We better take this elsewhere.
All right. Where are we going? Very far out. Sure. While I see it, gonna put that down for a future reminder that I know that so I know that there is a quest there.
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
So you're Lyney. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today?
Who
Save
are
us
you?
the trouble and go fetch her
Smooth
for
face
us.
Pacino?
Let's not drag this out.
Excuse me?
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister. Who sent you, huh?
While hiding behind the
Save your
traveler.
questions, missy.
Painter De Niro?
Where you're going.
Pacino and De Niro? Really?
Looks like we can't avoid this fight. Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
He says that, but he's very strong.
Don't worry, we got this.
From what I've seen him, even on the test run that you can do, he's pretty strong. Oh, thank you.
Ouchie.
Ouchie? Really? Ouchie? Okay, let's see.
Now disappear!
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
Come on, let's scram!
Oh, you guys injured the lady?
Hey, wise guys, we ain't through with you yet. Oh, they got away. Did you catch what they said just before they left? Something about intimidating someone else. Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic, and they've already done it to someone else, but who?
Yep, Gemma.
You're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday, and she acted like she had something to hide. Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth because those guys had threatened her.
Well, if that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
Sure. Also, I see something in the background that I didn't do before. Come here. Gotcha. How about the other one? Got him. God, the cooldown on the net is so long. Come closer. Can it go that far? I never tried. Oh, it can. Nice. Got him. Okay. Back to this place. I see the conversation is going very nice.
Gemma?
You again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine. So, you can relax now. We're here to protect protect you.
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well, and I hate them with every fiber of my being. It's been 10 long years, and still every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid. How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can get to the bottom of it all? And why are you doing this?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity. Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word. Trust me.
Okay. How can I help you?
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and no one's been there since. I also know that the Fleuve Sonde is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups lurking around. If you're serious about going there, please be careful.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Okay. Alright. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now.
Alright. Alright then. Time to reveal my true powers. Over there. Okay. Actually, is that underground? I think it's underground, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, wait. Yep, underground. Shortcut.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first.
Alright, time to enter a domain.
There we go. It should be just down here.
Yep. Yep. Huh. Recommended fire? Do I need a fire? I mean, I guess I could take a fire unit. Come here.
Let's go out and play.
Well, you say I need a fire unit, but you give me a fire unit. Or are you recommending me a fire unit, but you give me a fire unit anyway? Alright, buddy. Okay, so your charge is about as fast as gun use. Fine. I'm used to that one. Oh.
Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
They are adorable. Attack the puppets. That's a lot of balloons. Oh, hey.
Bombs away! I see everything. Lightning terrified! Whoa,
Direct.
look. The doll in the box is glowing.
Oh, they're moving now. Oh. Oh, never mind.
There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
Wish list? I'd like a little dove. I want a robot with cool powers. Note, you need your parents' permission to own a pet, and you also need to take good care of it. I brought a fluffy toy dove for you this time. If you're ready to own a pet, I'll make a real dove appear for you next time. Signed, Caesar. Oh. Aww. I want a bucket of fried chicken that never runs out. I want a bucket of fried chicken that never runs out. I'd like a new bag. Note, there is no such thing as fried chicken that never runs out. Now you're just making me sad. Just as there is no such thing as children who never grow up. Also, eating too much fried food is bad for you. Oh, you shut up. I'm eating soups, I'm eating vegetables. And all the varied foods. Shut up. Pair it something healthy like a salad, alright? Thank you. Thank you, Caesar. Thank you, Dad. Okay. He was a good guy.
Stand with me.
Uh-huh.
Looks like we've reached the end of this route. Shall we try a different one?
No. Wait, Paimon.
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Hit the right one. I wish my parents would get back together. I wish for good grades in my next exam. I wish for my little sister to have a normal life free of danger. Aww. Note, I want you to know that you can always share your troubles with me, children. But some wishes need more than magic to make them come true. They need the power of your hard work. I wish you the best of luck, and hope that all of your wishes will come true. Aww. That's sweet. Okay, the middle one again. Did it miss? There we go. Probably literally disappeared as I hit it. When do we get to go to your wedding, Uncle Caesar? I want to watch your shows when I grow up, Uncle Caesar. Do you have to go on tour? Can't you stay here with us, Uncle Caesar? Note. Oh my, this round of wishes has rather exceeded my expectations. The wedding will be held very soon, and don't worry, you're all invited. The tour has already been scheduled, but I will definitely be back, and you'll always be welcome at my shows if you like magic. Aww. Anything else? Doesn't look like.
weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here.
It's probably a hidden entrance.
This was a wasted trip.
Lyney, what are you doing?
This
We're
place
looking
seems
at.
a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big, elaborate magic contraption. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere. Aha! If I just move this book, then hopefully... And... presto!
Nice.
A secret passageway! How did you know?
I'm a magician too, and apparently great minds really do think alike. Looks pretty big inside. Let's head in and take a look around.
Oh. Hello there.
Everyone hold hands. The fuse is lit.
Our bond is strong.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why have you stopped, Lyney? Is there some device in that box?
It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead. If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
All right. See you in a bit.
Okay.
The placement of this device inside. If I remember correctly...
Oh. Oh, what the hell? Uh-huh. What am I looking at here? Okay. Let's see. What if I stood... Okay. Got it. Done. That one was fun. Oh, again? Oh, even more move? No, never mind. I thought round 2. Okay, that was a fun one. Kind of like the Sumeru ones with the flower fields, but this time the platforms move as well.
Wow! There's a hidden room here! Let's see! Oh, this bookcase is full of Caesar's own notes! He wrote a lot about the principles of magic. Much too advanced for Paimon. Hey, look! Is that Caesar's diary on the table?
It is. Hold on. While you were talking, I was healing the team. Okay.
This book's thick as a brick! Let's take a peek inside it, shall we?
Okay. About the wish lists.
At one of my shows a few days ago,
Oh, actually,
a
was.
child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. Next thing I know, today a whole bunch of kids were pestering me to pull all sorts of things out of the hat. So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer, enthusiastically. As I write this, I've only just got back from running around all over town, buying the things they wanted.
Aww.
Boy, are my legs sore. I wound up saving very little this month, but that's not a major issue. I now have a bigger problem. How am I going to hide all these things inside my hat?
About the children studying magic.
2 children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised.
Is it
I do
Lyney and
hope they got
Lynette?
home safely. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these 2. I told them that learning magic is very hard work, but that didn't faze them at all. It's like they already knew. They seemed so committed. I couldn't turn them down.
About Lorenzo's issues.
It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately, but he won't open up to me about it. Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those 2 children. I'll have to talk him around. I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented, and it seems like they're not new to the world of magic. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me Master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the geniuses here. Compared to them, I don't deserve to be called any sort of master. With time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age. I fear they've had to grow up too fast.
Yep.
I don't dare to imagine what they must have been through.
Oh, we've heard.
Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too piercing. They don't bother me, but then again, I've never been the sharpest tool in the shed.
About the farewell.
It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the 2 kids if they'd like to come with me, but they shook their heads. I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. Sounds like their parents have other plans for them.
Yep, Lyney and
I
Lynette.
guess we'll be parting ways soon. It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but I think that I've gotten a feel for their personalities now. They're very tough, but also very cautious, and they trust no one but each other. This, I fear, is not a good habit to have. They hide things from me too. For example, when I asked them where they live and why they wanted to learn magic, they lied. That's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something up, it always shows somehow. I can sense that their lives have been hard, possibly even dangerous too. They're not like other children.
It's a shame that I can't do more to help them. After thinking things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. It's full of lies and falsehoods, and that is why we must find our own truth. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays. Will it do them more harm than good for someone they've only known 10 days to lecture them like that?
Oh wow, they know each other only for 10 days?
Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children aren't interested in grand philosophies. It probably just went in one ear and out the other. I bet they've already forgotten every word I said. Oh, Caesar, Caesar. Just mind your own business next time.
Alright.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh?
Yep.
Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lyney and Lynette, don't you think?
Yep. Good. Paimon, you have brain cells.
So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go ask Lyney.
Okay, buddy. You got some stuff to tell me.
Shh, hold that thought. As I expected, there's a lot of fishy things going on in this place.
Fishy? Uh-oh, what have you found?
All in good time. Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude escape is performed.
Alright.
First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. The box is then suspended high in the air, and a short while later, the base automatically opens. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience's attention, and they start wailing and screaming. Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their appearance and put on a hysterical performance. Oh no! Is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Very vivid description. Paimon can really picture it.
The good old shock factor.
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished, as if everything that just happened was some sort of shared illusion.
So...
Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking.
So we're gonna say that Mr. Caesar is still alive? Because I kinda had a feeling. Theoretically speaking, what do you mean?
The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out, and not the dummy.
Okay, so he did die.
He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house.
Ugh.
No one could hope to survive that fall. Not without a vision, at least. And no one else has ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it works is just based on what it could gather from his notes and the relevant gadgets here in his workshop.
So Caesar's
Yeesh,
famous high
that's one way to
altitude
go
escape
out.
has never been done, huh? Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but if it's that dangerous, it's probably for the best that no one else tries to do it. Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then where does the real magician go? How does he get out?
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret of said box. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance, and it's not as simple as it looks. Inside, there's a device that only the magician himself would know about. Once the magician's inside and the box is lifted up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom, but the back and the top are now no longer visible. At this point, the magician presses a button inside the box, opening a secret door out of view. He then escapes through this trapdoor onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly returns to ground level.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon could probably do it.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part of this trick is controlling the audience's mood and reactions. That takes an exceptional degree of showmanship. There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing. Maybe the magician would even have themselves tied up before it begins to strengthen the impression that there's no escape. Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this, all culminating in a performance just a few minutes long, but one that still manages to transform the shock and grief of a tragic accident to the joy and laughter of a mesmerizing magic trick. Caesar was a highly accomplished magician. But unfortunately, even he didn't manage to pull it off.
So, how did it go so wrong? You said you found some fishy stuff here. Have you figured out what really happened?
I can make a pretty good guess. I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side. And sure enough, he always used his right hand as his dominant hand in public.
Okay. Nothing suspicious there.
But here's the strange thing.
Paimon for the win.
Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here, which leads me to believe that Caesar was in fact left-handed.
Why would Caesar pretend to be right-handed?
Because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation at hand.
All right.
But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will, so as to avoid arousing their suspicion. The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. If even the truth raises eyebrows, the falsehoods become all the more difficult to mask. And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectations. Great magic always requires sacrifices.
All right then.
But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, reflex would kick in and he'd use his left hand. That's why he set his gadgets with the mechanism on his left.
Okay. Maybe someone exploited that fact against him?
Exactly. I think that's likely what happened.
Sabotage the box?
Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then open the secret door and make a swift escape. But I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where it was second nature. He'd barely need to think about what he was doing because muscle memory would guide him through. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, he reached for the button, and suddenly, his heart skipped a beat. It wasn't there. Much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, his mind needed a moment to process what was going on. Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another second or two, until the bottom of the box gave way. With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. The authorities would find nothing suspicious and conclude that his death was due to his own error.
When in reality, someone switched the boxes, and they did it to murder him. But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed? That would be difficult to pull off, no?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed, and who could move his props around without arousing suspicion. Someone who was always by his side. Isn't that right, Lorenzo?
Hello.
Just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you? There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. I didn't want to have to do this, you know. Silencing you the hard way just creates more problems for me to deal with. But I gave you your chance. I hoped you'd do what's good for you and back off like the lady, but you disappoint me.
Buddy, you're about to get some ass kicking.
So you are the one who's been threatening her.
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability. But you people, you never even knew him, but for some reason you just wouldn't drop it. Which is why you can't leave this place alive. Take them out, and make it quick.
Do your worst.
Paimon, shut up.
I see everything. Go Bishop down! The Temple of Wisdom.
Our bond is strong.
Oh, hi.
Out of my way.
Minute to memory.
Whatever you're doing, you're missed.
Grow.
Well, this is interesting. Dead. Nope. Knockout.
You kids are tougher than you look.
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies can't help you now. I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like to know is, why did you murder Caesar?
If I had a Mora for every time you said that man's name. Of course you idolized Caesar, everyone else did. But I was the real genius magician.
Right
Me.
now.
He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the fine art it is today. The aristocrats doffed their hats to me.
Uh-huh.
So it was jealousy.
Jealousy. Hatred, more like. I hated Caesar. All he cared about was his magic. He lived and breathed it. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him, never bothering to think about Mora. What sort of fool devotes their life to the art of deception and never has a Mora to show for it? But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. No one gave me a second look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't he?" Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing more than the life I already had.
Why didn't you just leave?
He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their Mora. There was nothing he hated more than that. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, he would expose me, and it would destroy me. I had to kill him. There was no other way. He had to go.
Oh boy.
And this was your only motive?
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play. For instance, maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar.
In love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous.
Guess I was wrong about that then. Next question. Are you the Phantom Weasel?
I am. Caesar was so strict with me. He insisted that his way was the right way, that the sole purpose of magic was to bring joy to the world. I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value of magic. Sure enough, it helped me fill my pockets with all kinds of valuable treasures.
But I heard that the Phantom Weasel stole from the rich and the poor alike.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people valued, no matter how much it was worth.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I've only ever targeted high-value items. I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image they then dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
So, that's the story, huh? Well, I hope you're ready to tell it all over again during your trial.
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you've got me between your jaws. You've seen what's here, and my last-ditch effort to stop it getting out has failed. What else can I do? So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years, the likes of which Caesar could never give me. I wouldn't choose for things to end this way, but I regret nothing.
Very well. In that case, I'll contact the guards. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo for me. I'll meet you just outside the workshop when I'm back.
Alright. He gave up very quick.
At least I can finally stop looking over my shoulder now.
Buddy, I guess it was hunting you at least, if nothing else. So good for that. Still, asshole.
Lyney has told me the whole story.
Bruno.
Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him for the Phantom Weasel's crimes?
Look who's finally developed a conscience. What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it, because there'll be hell to pay.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lyney? Should we start preparing for your show?
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will no longer have to fear for her safety.
Yeah, shouldn't Gemma be recognizing the two of you?
Gemma the good news right away. It'll give her some peace of mind for sure.
Or maybe she actually did it, that's why she was so apprehensive at the beginning. Up. Up. How many desserts did she go through?
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Third?
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have any room left for dinner now.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
That's besides the point. Well, it's done now. But try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak.
Lynette is a mood, I love it.
It's amazing. I'm sorry, I still didn't know if I could trust you, but now it seems I can. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but I...
Aww. They really like using this new
He did threaten you.
this new tech in the engine for the
Trust
tears.
strangers in your position too. But you don't need to be scared anymore. Everything's gonna be okay.
Sorry. Sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this day to come for so long. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. But I had people watching me all the time, so I couldn't risk looking into it. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me. And then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. So I never had the courage to speak out. Thank you all. Truly. Thank you so much.
Everyone goes to the cemetery to announce Lorenzo's arrest and... Okay.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like they got along great. And to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. It's a travesty. At least his soul can finally rest in peace now, thanks to your efforts.
If only I'd realized before it was too late.
Aww.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma. This isn't your fault.
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live. Caesar wouldn't want to see you spending it feeling guilty.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. Would you like to come along? It might raise your spirits. This show will be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
In Caesar's honor? Really? Oh, thank you. I'll be there.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon, don't be late.
They're gonna be performing
Don't worry, we'll be
the
there.
trick that Caesar
No way
never
are we
managed to
gonna
pull
miss
off.
out on a free magic show. Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Lyney and Lynette or not.
Oh, they are.
That's
not hard to figure out.
Back in the workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well.
We'll see you tomorrow evening. Okay. 12 hours later. Or rather, 24 hours later. Also, the goddamn thing they're doing here with the tears is literally what FF14 started doing when they started slowly updating their engine in the back with certain little tech things for cutscenes and stuff. The moment they had like tears rolling down characters' cheeks and stuff for cutscenes, stupid mosquito, and glossing over eyes with like tears and water, they kept using that anytime they could. Oh boy. And it always triggers emotions. Oh yeah, weird little thing that I noticed earlier in the day while I was doing something around here. Left the game just running, just stood somewhere around here, around the fountain, and noticed that the fountain actually only works when music is playing. If the music stops playing here on the map, then the fountain shuts off. It's literally going with the intensity of the music, which is a nice little detail. Alright, time for a pre-rendered cutscene. Oh, you're sitting here. That's a lot of people all of a sudden.
Paimon's excited to see another of Lyney's magic shows! Wait. Lynette, shouldn't you be on stage by now?
Not this time. My brother's going solo today. So, I'll be watching with you.
Hey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin. The great magician Lyney has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight, concluding with an all-new grand finale that no audience has ever seen before.
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
Oh, I'm ready. Wows the audience with his skills. Okay.
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just... It reminds me of him.
Yep, he's doing all of Caesar's old tricks.
So, how did you two first meet, Gemma?
Well, I was out on the street once, and I saw him performing for little children. Children love magic, because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this amazing way of bringing them into a dreamlike world. And somehow, I felt drawn to him too. So, I went up and asked him to do a trick for me.
Aw, that sounds so romantic. What trick did he do?
It was with a flower.
Oh.
He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and it magically appeared on my head. I was so happy that day. No one had ever given me a flower before that.
Aww.
Oh, that's so cute. Actually, now that you mention it, Lyney's done that one before.
Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart, just like Caesar. So let's treasure the time we have with him. After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might be gone.
Oof. The killer has been caught, don't be sad.
That's right. It's all over now. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but at the very least, no one's gonna be intimidating you from now on. You can breathe easy at last, right?
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now, Phantom Weasel.
See? Even when that's just... Wait, what?
I was right.
Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
Shut up, Paimon.
What do you mean, Phantom Weasel?
As Lyney once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show.
Now, was she always the weasel, or was she...
someone with no more cards up their sleeve?
Or did she
It's
just
been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it.
What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't like this riddle.
Wait, what are we saying here?
Paimon doesn't like where this is going. Come on, say something.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the performance so far. There will now be a brief intermission, after which Lyney will perform the most electrifying act of tonight's show. The one
What are we
we've
saying
all
here?
been waiting for. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make your way outside in a calm and orderly fashion.
The
All
Phantom
right.
Weasel never did like public places, did they? Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk somewhere else for now.
Okay. I need a bit more on this. So are we saying she committed crimes as the weasel before? And Lorenzo just picked up and did his own thing? Alright, speak. Is her demeanor gonna change now?
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood. This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but thankfully I do have a backup plan. Now, who wants to hear a story?
Is she Caesar?
Don't we have more important things to address right now? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. Oh, what the heck's going on?
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask. And as it happens, the story I'm about to tell might answer a few of them.
Oh.
Really? Well then, let's hear it! Paimon's dying of curiosity here!
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine.
Yeah?
She never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her thieving hands.
Uh-huh.
But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer.
I like her dress.
Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, a false weasel to close the chapter on her behalf.
Huh.
After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when the truth came out.
So then what?
Being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to make even me wonder whether there was really another mastermind behind all this, pulling the strings. But I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale. What's brought this on, Lyney? Is it something that Lorenzo said?
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming with his confession, as if there was something else he was trying to hide.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have no doubt that you, Gemma, are equally talented in this regard. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, whose devotion to her betrothed is unshakable, even under threats of violence. Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with your plight. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise? No, not that poor lady. Perish the thought.
Wait.
Alright.
So you mean the whole intimidation thing was just a hoax? Gemma and Lorenzo were both in on it? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end instead of admitting to being the weasel himself?
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Lyney, if you're so confident in your version of events, then I think the answer should be obvious. Having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the Weasel remained free, then she could take care of Lorenzo's loved ones.
An excellent answer, though sadly a little dull.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you. If you'd care to change the topic to something more interesting, I'd be much obliged.
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real Weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people? Could you shed any light on that?
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I would say that the real Weasel must have had a terrible childhood. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed, scorned, beaten. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on, using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen. She'd sew ugly rag dolls from whatever scrap material she could get her hands on. This was her only source of happiness in life. But it was all she needed, and she was content. Until the world decided that even this was too good for her. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything was taken from her. She felt like life was a miry pit that dragged her further down the more she struggled to escape. At that tender age, she should have been happy. Instead, she stood in the shadows and watched with envy as all good things in the world passed her by. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. Thoughts which festered and grew into a twisted solution to her troubles. I detest the happiness of others, in all its forms alike. I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true, and it will fill the void in my soul.
That's some pretty heavy stuff.
Now it all makes sense.
Does this story satisfy you, Lyney?
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.
So what was with the warning letter?
Huh. That's right. What drove you to write that letter, Gemma? What were you trying to achieve there? Because without that, none of this would have ever come to light.
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now. But it seems like someone still wasn't ready to let her finally be at peace. Lyney. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter outside the Opera House. But why?
To stir up trouble.
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was to clear Caesar's name. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's it? You had no other agenda?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
10 years ago? You mean Caesar's death? You met him?
Yep.
Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids. It's been so long, and you're all grown up now. I didn't recognize you. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something? And you went to all this trouble. Why? Because you feel like you still owe him something?
We remember all our debts, however great or small. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, and his legacy was thrown out. 10 years on, and no one cares what the truth is anymore. But we did not forget, and so we came to find you.
And? What exactly did you take from me? I'm still standing, as you can see. Lorenzo has admitted to everything. I'm free.
Are you now?
Free? Do you really think so? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies and falsehoods, we must find our own truth. I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Prized possessions with nostalgic value, fervent hopes and dreams, and irreplaceable people. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed. When they ached unbearably in the dead of night, stealing became your way of numbing the pain.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a life of crime to fill the hole? Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, played along with your act, and took pains to make sure any suspicion would be directed towards him. But what did he have to gain from all that? He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. He's the reason that you haven't felt the compulsion to steal in all these years. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, deep down, that he is the only truth you have in your life. But that truth is gone now, and I guarantee you, you'll never see it again.
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be all alone in a world full of lies and falsehoods. I do hope you'll be able to bear it. You've still got a long life ahead of you after all.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Lyney to perform his final act in tonight's show. I'm sure you're all wondering what's planned for the grand finale. Well, wonder no more, for the answer is a death-defying high-altitude escape.
A high-altitude escape?
The trick that Caesar died attempting.
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very trick that led to his fatal fall, after which he was dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
Yep, this is gonna be the pre-rendered cutscene.
That Caesar was wrongly accused, and that the real Weasel had now confessed to their crimes.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. I've been practicing this one for ages now, but I'm still a little nervous. Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone are my true witnesses.
Lyney, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. So what about now? Are you an open book? Or are you still the same as ever? You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone. One day, you'll end up exactly where I am today. Maybe then you'll finally understand.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
Huh.
So, what are we, doing now?
Like Lyney said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the show.
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Lyney after the show, you know where he'll be. The usual haunt.
Alright. Well, let's go and watch Lyney's finale then. This trick's a pretty dangerous one, but he should be able to pull it off, right?
Gonna be fine. Damn. Okay. Well, I did say at one point that Gemma could be the Weasel, but I didn't think she would be also in on the murder. That was an interesting switcheroo.
What is my truth? Sometimes I think I'm like a gambling addict. All I care about is winning. And it doesn't matter what's at stake. By the time I come to my senses, I'm left with nothing. Oh, if I had my time again.
Well, a bit too late.
Magicians are not like thieves. Thieves only tear things apart. But good-hearted magicians, they put things back together.
Sounds more like you're describing a engineer. Tear it apart and put it back together. Figure out how it works. Alright, let's see the trick. This has to be the pre-rendered scene. It's building up to it. Oh, that's very high up. Yep.
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright.
Oh my god. They're
We're
adorable.
sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day you can find your own truth.
Aww.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Lyney is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Aww.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flowers.
How could he possibly have done that?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just vanished right in front of my eyes.
What a heart-stopping magic show! This was really worth the trip. Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Lyney has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. Oh, I couldn't ask for a better grand finale. It will make a great headline for the Steambird tomorrow, even if I do say so myself.
Looks like everyone really loved Lyney's grand finale.
Even though they didn't know the full story.
Paimon doesn't see Lyney anywhere. Where'd he go? Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, where is that?
The cemetery.
Oh, you mean the one where Caesar's buried? Yeah, that's probably it. This whole magic show kinda seems like Lyney's way of saying goodbye
Anyone.
to Caesar. So it makes sense that that's where he'd be afterward. Alright, let's go look for him there.
Okay. I don't know. Charlotte makes more sense as a 4-star than a 5-star, in my opinion. She doesn't have that feel. Okay, you two Robo Bros.
Make yourselves at home. Wipe out.
Thank you for the gears. Anyway, how are you doing, Divine?
A reward on the road.
Lyney! There you are. Are you alright? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke. Paimon was sure something had gone horribly wrong.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on? Or did he believe that it was his own slip-up right until the end?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's workshop. You learned magic from Caesar once, didn't you? When was that?
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette and I had an agenda when we approached him.
Okay.
I told you about my past before, remember?
I'm doing fine.
As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning magic from street performers.
Tiny bit sleepy,
I'd watch their
but
tricks and try to figure out how they were done.
it's probably just one of those days.
But I quickly realized
where
that
I feel
observation
sleepier.
alone could only get me so far. What I saw was the polished final performance.
No,
The
today's the
rigorous
final
training
day
they put in
for
behind the
Genshin.
scenes remained invisible to me.
Outside of
I needed to
exploration,
learn how to
world,
improve my sleight of hand, hone
world
my
stories
misdirection skills, and make
that I
nifty
don't intend on
props.
streaming. It's
We were
done
gifted
until the
enough
next
that we'd
Archon
made some
Quest and
progress by ourselves.
Dine Slave Quest
But
get
without
added.
proper guidance from a professional magician, we quickly plateaued.
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking, but it took us by surprise that he was so willing to teach us. In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good to us. By contrast, we hid so many things from him. For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, I answered, "It's my passion." But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic talent, then betrayed soon after, this was no longer about me doing what I loved. What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitating over whether to tell him the truth. Trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
Lyney.
It wasn't your fault.
Still worried about the way I feel? You really are a gentle soul, aren't you? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death, and was now declared to be the Phantom Weasel. That night, I remembered his smile. But as I lay there, I didn't know what to say to him. To keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you look around and realize your life is like an empty auditorium after a show, full of seats once occupied by all the people who left. But I guess that's the price we have to pay. You only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so confident this would hurt Gemma. Because I felt it for myself.
Yeah. We're in your auditorium and we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, cheer up, Lyney. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. But whatever happens, Paimon always believes in what tomorrow brings. Delicious food, fun toys, and the traveler by my side. Paimon just needs to focus on things like this, and all the unhappy stuff goes right out the window.
Aww.
You know, traveler, doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma. But at least it left us with each other. That's what gave us the strength to get through the darkest days.
Paimon says some interesting keywords from time to time.
And why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but we remember every precious ray of light that shines through. All right, time to lighten this conversation up a little. What did you think of the show tonight? Were you happy with it?
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation. We spent most of our time in the Opera House just talking and pretty much missed the entire first half of the show. Lyney, could you do just one more trick for us?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Are they?
Come on! Surely you can think of something. The Lyney Paimon knows can do anything if he puts his mind to it.
Oh, all right then. I'll give it a go, but only because it's you. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand. We ain't going along with this.
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me. Okay, try this. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Now, have another look around. Maybe the
Hey, it's a
flowers
different one.
appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see.
Yep, there's one. It's the shit.
Oh, this is a different flower from the last time, right?
A rainbow rose.
Oh yeah, a rainbow rose. But more importantly, Paimon has to know how the trick is done. Please, Lyney, pretty please.
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher.
Fine. Please, teacher, please.
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Namely, the student of magic cannot solely rely on others being prepared to reveal their secrets. You have to observe, think, and find the answers for yourself.
Is that it?
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I bid you both good night.
Gotta
I
keep
look
the
forward
flower.
to seeing you again.
All right, fine. See ya. Shall we head back now too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read The Steambird tomorrow. Paimon bets Lyney and Caesar will be plastered all over it. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning and see what we can find out.
Oh, I actually got the flower. Wait. Hey. The flower accessory given away by Lyney at his magic shows. It is an arrangement of luminous bells, which symbolizes parting, and rainbow roses that represent passion. Parting and passion are two separate perspectives sharing the same nature. What really matters is the present that we are living in. Aw. That is sweet. But yeah, Divine. I pretty much just stream story stuff for this thing, so and games in general, so once I'm done with the voice parts. That looks like a guillotine. How did I not notice that before? Anyway, but yeah. Archon Quest is done. Lyney's story is done. And Yeah, that's pretty much done. I have another JRPG that I need to finish. Go to the Steambird's office. Oh, the quest location is currently involved in the quest Steambird interview? What? This one? When did I start this one? Sure. What the hell? Getting blocked out for a finish. But yeah. I have a Reverie that I need to still continue. Still have probably around 10 streams of that left. And then Armored Core on Friday. And on Tuesday is the update for Arknights, which means I'll be doing the usual stuff, narrating and voice acting. Truly spectacular weather today, no? Sure, yes. If only the weather was this cooperative every workday, I should be quite a fucking autoplay. And speaking of work, my dear, you are here to interview for the troubleshooter position advisor in the Tales of Humanity section, are you not? Sure. Excellent, you didn't ask any questions about the title troubleshooter, and thus it can be summarized that Ethan's word's choice, while eccentric, is simple and easy to understand. Sure. Putting that aside for the moment, would you like to know how I was able to correctly ascertain that you were here for the job and not seeking to ask for help in our Tales of Humanity section? Observation. Every citizen who comes to the Steambird seeking help appears anxious and jittery, but your steps are relaxed, your expression calm. Those who are fortunate are all the same. Those who fall victim to misfortune all have their own woes. But you needn't worry. Those who seek assistance from others via Tales of Humanity haven't run into any serious trouble, so it shouldn't be hard to handle. Have a look at this batch of commissions. Oh, that's why it was... That was the quest to open up the commissions. Right. Thank you. Reputation level 2, A new recipe. You're giving out the usual... Ooh, I haven't even actually looked at the wings. These look pretty. All you need to do is find some time every week to read through the submissions of Tales of Humanity, pick out a few commissions you'd like to handle, and come and find me to collect your payment. Some commissions are dropped that simple, you wouldn't believe it, but you shouldn't underestimate the value of your work. For us, the problems in their submissions may appear to be easy and insignificant, but if the readers submitting their problems, they are likely a splinter under their fingernails, impossible to remove or ignore. If you can help them extract these splinters, then in addition to the monetary rewards, you will also receive the respect and gratitude of the people, and your reputation among the citizenry will increase over time. Yes, thank you. Gameplay mechanics. No need for an interview? Your interview was completed before you even arrived. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you.
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth.
Alright. Recipe. Give, and give. Oh, I have 21 of these. I need to use them. Okay. Right. Let me wrap this up. There he is.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today. I'm afraid we'll have to decline this interview.
Oh, right.
Oh, please, Lyney, I'll only take a moment of your time, if you would be so kind.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, and it was going to go to print this morning. But just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma, had contacted the guards and confessed to having been the real Phantom Weasel all along.
That was quick.
Too late, bro.
That was quick, you say? It sounds like I've got some catching up to do. Please, fill me in.
Paimon! What did you know? Don't whoops.
My instincts did not lead me astray. You do have something to hide. Gemma turning herself in must have something to do with Lyney's performance last night.
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she could no longer ignore the voice of her conscience.
Huh. Okay, then. Wait, no, there must be more to it. If that's all it took for her to have a change of heart, how did it take her 10 whole years?
She was slowly cooking.
Well,
Charlotte's journalistical spirit is burning red. We're going to have to distract her somehow.
Oh, I remember now. You and Gemma were nowhere to be found after the show. What happened between you? Quickfire question. Where did you all go after the show?
Toilet?
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Lyney did a private magic trick just for us. Actually, glad you mentioned it, because that reminds Paimon, guess what? Lyney started using rainbow roses in his tricks.
What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this supposed to mean that they're more important to you than your own sister?
no, I just...
What now?
Paimon, you're just causing trouble. Shut up.
Wrong again?
Yes.
This is getting pretty awkward. What do we do, Traveler?
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Well, never mind. There's always next time. Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to be found, I can't turn away. The news about Gemma has already made waves, and I'll stop at nothing to get to the bottom of it all.
Don't worry, Navia's gonna be
She
back.
said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. There's clearly a web of complicated relationships there. Can't blame me for being curious.
Oh boy.
All right, I guess I'll leave you to continue the rest of your conversation in peace. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Now we're gonna witness a murder. As Lynette kills her own brother.
Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I was just trying to distract her.
Aww.
Really?
But she's still angry,
Goodness,
probably.
you scared Paimon there.
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both. At least it did the job, right?
Please, take good care of that rainbow rose. I'd be really upset if you lost it.
Oh, she is pissed. Yes. I knew it. She is very jelly. Okay. That pretty much takes care of all of that. Well, I guess considering it's getting late, might as well do some of this stuff and grab the rest of the waypoints that I'm still missing. Also, what was I mostly missing for... Where is she? Stop stretching. I think I'm mostly missing... Right, I'm missing these. And I'm missing the cogwheels. Right. Could go around and hunt some robots. And here it's mostly cogwheels again. And this stuff. When is the main open again? Outside of Sunday is always Wednesday and Saturday. Okay, so middle... Literally middle and weekend. Do I have... Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of garbage. Do I have a Favonius sword that I'm not using? I do have one on Layla, and I'm not really using Layla. Or maybe this one? They're both energy recharge. Was there one... Right, these give elemental mastery. Gonna have to see, once I get artifacts for her, how that is gonna turn out. It's either gonna be the Favonius or the... What's the other one called? What is this one called again? The Iron Sting, right. It's gonna be one or the other. Layla, who's playing that girl? I'll probably be using her for a bit. Just to switch stuff up. And for map exploration, there's always kind of always a need for an animal unit. Okay, where to start? I have all the waypoints here. I have most of them underwater because I was roaming underwater the majority of the day for bullshittery and upgrade materials. Let's start from there. That is a hot spring. Oh, shit, come here. I need you guys.
I see everything. Go!
Thank you for all of that. Oh, ow. Water hurts. Water actually hurts. Ow. Water actually hurts over there. Okay. Oops. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Is it just those two? And what are you doing up there? Huh. Oh, never mind, there is one more. Please, good sir, go into the water. Okay. Is that the only bubble? Oh, this will hurt. Ow, 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 ow. Too warm, too warm. Hot spring, too warm. There we go.
I'll keep this close.
Oh, okay, okay, the treasure got automatically picked up. Where are you bringing me? It's hot, maybe? Oh, it's very hot. Okay. Where is... Thanks? Also thanks. Hmm? Underwater pneumosia energies? Corresponding to their archaea attributes. Okay. I'll take them. I'll take that. Secrets? What the fuck was that just now? What did you just do? Did you just do a dolphin flip out? Oh my god, she that is actually hilarious. Wait, hold on. I need to try this again. Hold on. That was actually hilarious. Does that work with anybody? Wait. Okay. So if I approach the shore, the character is gonna dolphin jump out? No? Hold on. Different angle? No? Does it only work on the Traveler? Hold on. Oh my god, it only works on the Traveler. What the fuck? Unique animation? Hi? Ooh, what do we have here? Warm. Ow.
Lightning purified! Dissipate!
Huh. Okay. You guys are connected in between each other, of course.
Everyone hold hands! Stand with me!
Ah, okay. Gives me this. Oh. Is it... Okay. I mean, sure, but... What am I doing here? Are there more? Yes, there are more, okay.
Our bond is strong!
Stamina, please. There we go. The main hunter here is main character. Okay. Okay, and now we're underwater. Fishy. Crabby. Big crab. Okay. Missed. Come on, you can do it. Back at you. And back at you. This one always kind of misses when he does that. Oh hey, he hit. Bye-bye. Give. So where do you lead? I see a hydro thingy. Where is it? Two hydro thingies. Oh, here's one. Where the hell am I now? Oh. Well, that was a trip around the corner. Korkot. Oh. Hey, the water is also normal now. Nice. Come here. Oh, that was a lot of stuff. Oh, hi. Oh. There we go. What just happened? Don't you think this puzzle is a little strange? What? What did I trigger? I think it's fine as long as it gives us a treasure chest? What? You're not wrong, but... Paimon has so many questions. Who placed these items and why did they place them here? Sometimes the more you think about it, the worse it makes you feel. But some questions don't go away once they pop up in your head. Every time Paimon closes her eyes, they spin around like specters. Paimon got it. These puzzles in the wild are actually set up by the Adventurers Guild. The aim is to train the guild's rookie adventurers. After all, places like ruins and dungeons are really dangerous. Most puzzles in the wild are safer compared to those deadly devices. You have wild imagination, but maybe. As for this strange puzzle, a rookie adventurer from the Adventurer Guild must have set it up. This person has no experience, so it ended up looking pretty strange. How's that? Make a lot of sense, right? So it's a case of rookies training fellow rookies? That can't be helped. No one is born with work experience, so if you must have experience before you can do the job, then no one will be able to work. True. Yeah, Paimon doesn't mind a strange puzzle if that's the case. Oh god. Who the fuck? How weak. To be kind to others is to be cruel to yourself. He's standing on a box. Whoa, where did you pop up from, little girl? Little miss, I'm not some nameless little girl. Behold, standing before you is the great artist Salsa, who will be the future of Fontaine's art scene. Alright, a tiny shrimp with attitude. Little miss, is she referring to Paimon? Nope, I'm a I'm a little miss. I'm a little miss. What? Well, of course. Look, I'm this much taller than you, although I'm shorter than the miss next to you. But Mom said that as long as I drink a lot of milk and go to bed on time, I'll definitely grow taller, so I'll be a big sister in a few years' time. And you'll be a younger sister. I don't think that's how it works, but sure. But, Salsa, what are you doing here? Oh, is this canvas yours? Yeah, the scenery is really pretty here, so it's a great place to sketch. If it weren't for these ugly things, I would have completed my painting long ago. Miss and Flying Little Miss, are you two here to sketch too? Excellent taste. Oh, we forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon's Paimon. Of course you are. Not some Flying Little Miss. She is the traveler, and we are the adventurers traveling around the world. What? So you guys are members of the evil organization? What? Oh no, I let my guard down. Evil organization? Didn't Miss Paimon mention it just now? Those bad guys in green from that evil organization. They installed all these ugly things here and ruined all the beautiful scenery. So they are installing the chests and everything good. I didn't realize you two were together with these evil green guys. What am I gonna do now? Didn't Paimon say that? Forget it. Is there anything we can do to help? After all, the Traveler is a member of the Adventurers Guild. Oh, are you going to become one of the good guys now? That's the right choice. What's happening? We should work together to defeat the evil organization so our eyes no longer get pulled by ugly things. Paimon doesn't understand. What do we have to do exactly? We can't just charge into the headquarters of the Adventurers Guild, right? Dad said that we have to do things one step at a time, so we should start with what's in front of us. Traveler and Little Miss Paimon, please help me rearrange these ugly things. With great artist Salsa's guidance, this is going to be a piece of cake, so don't worry. Okay then, we'll listen to you. Traveler, let's give it a try. What? Just like how Tidalga don't grow on weathered roads, rainbow roses won't thrive on underwater riverbeds either. Objects made of different materials also have environments they are suited to, and crystal devices do not go well with muddy ground. What? Wait, what am I doing? What is this camera angle? Uh-huh. Place the crystal mechanism in an artificial environment. What? This is weird. Okay, that's better, I guess. Good. Very good. It looks so much better this way. The points, lines, and planes are all in harmony, with every detail being excellent, executed flawlessly. Everything just looks so much more pleasing. That was right when he said there's no trash in this world that can't be saved, only resources in the wrong places. Traveler and Paimon, thanks to your hard work, our world has taken another step in the right direction. We didn't do much. Now that Paimon looks at it, everything sure looks better after we rearranged them. We rearranged one thing. All we did was change things around a little. The sense of disarray from before is completely gone. Paimon thought you were just a kid who was full of herself. Paimon didn't expect you to actually know a lot about composition and framing. What? Aren't you buddies who battle against the evil organization together? Such little faith. I'm devastated. It's not that Paimon doesn't believe in your skills, it's just... don't be sad. Oh no. Huh? What now? I nearly forgot Mom and Dad are coming home today. They aren't usually home? Yeah, because Mom and Dad are amazing. Amazing people are always very, very busy. I'm also very, very busy now, but I'm nowhere near as amazing. When I become a great artist, I can be as unreasonable as I want, just like... Who are your parents, kid? As unreasonable as Mom and Dad? What? Huh? What does being amazing have to do with being unreasonable? That's because Mom and Dad always check my homework when they're back, even when I've finished everything. As long as I'm not sitting at my desk, they'll say, Salsa, oh Salsa, you're slacking off again. What are you going to do in the future if you play with brushes and paints all day long? Even though I tell them that I've long finished my homework, they will continue nagging. But no matter how unreasonable they are, I can't get a word in because they're too brilliant. So I always pretend to be working really hard whenever Mom and Dad come home. Even when I haven't finished my homework, then they won't have anything to say. I'll say unreasonable things however I like when I become as amazing as my parents or even better than them. This feels kind of wrong somehow. Oh, no, I'm running late. I won't make it if I don't go now. It was nice to meet you. Thank you so much for helping. I gotta go now. Take care. Bye. What? This is gonna be a recurring quest everywhere. She's like a little whirlwind. Children these days don't have it easy, huh? Thank goodness Paimon doesn't have homework. Paimon, oh Paimon, you're slacking off again. No, stop. Paimon can hear you. Hey, scenic picture. Nice. Okay. That was a weird one. What? What did I stumble into? Okay, first off, there is a waypoint below me? It's just empty. Oh, wait. It's pushing. Shit, current. God damn it. Okay, teleport me out. The current is pushing upwards. Okay. Take me back in. That's a lot of crabby crabs. Take that. And I'll take that. That's better. Huh. What if I don't take... No, it's forcing me into this. Actually, it's forcing me into it, but... Yeah, it's... Shouldn't it leave me outside? No, it just forces me all the way up. Okay, there has to be a second cave system then, or something. Okay. Oh, hi. Maybe. We shall see. Navia is still ways off. Oh, right. I picked up on a comment on a completely different part about Nubile. I had a feeling he's the previous Archon just pretending to be dead, and he placed the new one there just to overtake the job. But I heard another comment tying him to maybe be the resurrected water dragon, which actually makes more sense. And just because I heard that he is a dragon, I want him even more now. And luckily, I have a guarantee summon now. Ow.
Our bond is strong.
You little shit, stop. Holy hell. I hate these things. Oh my god, stop it.
Looking for a fight? Time for a light show.
Stupid barrage mode is so annoying. Yeah, you know, so far, the only thing I can say about the new Archon is that she is a complete dumbass. Absolute dumbass and just full of herself. I do look forward to seeing more about it, to see why she is the way she is, but she's a complete dumbass. Compared to all the other Archons, I get it that she's young and stuff, but oh my god. Oh my god, is she missing brain cells? Which is definitely quite a different experience with all the other Archons. All the other Archons so far were smart. A bit self-centered at times, but smart. She? Dumb as goddamn water. Her brain is literally just made out of water.
Hey! Lightning terrified! Our bond is strong!
I know I can use Ganyu for that, but you know what? I played a lot with Ganyu, so why should I just limit myself to one character for one thing? Oh shit! I hear shit. Nope.
Everyone hold hands. Wipe out. Let's leave her a little. The fuse is lit.
Thank you. Hello, Seely. Move. Anything here? Oh, there's something there. Okay, buddy. Alright. There was something else up there. Okay, where do you lead? The treasure. Okay, take me back. Oh yeah, Yelan is... Yelan is and was always busted as a off-field support for any DPS combo. Especially with water reactions. Jesus Christ, all the way up there, okay. Oh hey, hi. How's it going, buddy?
Time for a light show! Out of my way! Go!
Alright, with this. Okay, where's the opposite? Up there. There we go.
Is this an answer from this world?
Okay, need to go up there.
Want me to come along?
Come here, buddy. Up, up, and away. Thanks, buddy. Let's keep it for now. They're gonna come in handy for exploration. Okay, also, there was one more Sealy somewhere. In that direction. Whoa.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Hey! This way! It's my scars. Sharing my knowledge. Ha!
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind. Sha! Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Okay. Is he in here? Okay, you with me? Smack.
The wind knows me.
And you with me. Okay. Oh, Sealy. There you are. Move.
Brings a smile to my face.
Okay, not what I expected. Where is this going? These, surprises in here are something else. Oh, hi. Oh, do I have a super jump? Oh, I do. Nice. Got him.
Brings a smile to my face.
Fun. Okay. So this one is somewhere under... Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, these are underground. From all the way over there. Uh-huh. What about you? You are not underground. Okay, opposite direction of where I am. And another one of these, and a Sealy. Zoop. Hello, friendo. Move. That's a big robot. And you're leading me straight to the big robot, aren't you? Maybe? Oh, yes, you are. Okay, wait there. Hello, friendo. What is this? An enhanced Demosia amplifier. Special energy system produced by Fontaine. This system will grant powerful buffs to the troublesome opponents. Okay.
Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
I see everything. Make yourselves at home. I'll settle this. This way.
Is this an answer from this world?
hi. Might as well. Oh, fun. Okay. And now a crab appears. Fancy environmental puzzles. Okay, where's the Sealy? Literally at its destination. Thank you.
A reward on the road. Water jet!
Into the wind.
Our bond is strong.
Everyone hold hands.
Time to go. One with nature.
Water jet!
Thank you for that. Okay. All aboard. Normally... Okay, wait.
Let's go out.
Boop. Really? Really? There we go. This thing is going so close to the mountain. What now? There we go. Funnily enough, it brings me up here, but I've already collected the oculi up here. Hello. Are you gonna be a problem?
Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
Okay, never mind.
Ooh, let me open it.
Oh. Oh, this is new. Oh. It brought the guy down? Okay.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Stand with me. Lightning, purify. Uplifted retreat. Bombs away. Go. The fuse is lit. Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here?
Alright. Let me go and grab that waypoint that I wanted to grab like ages ago. Keep getting distracted from the actual thing I'm going towards. And after that I'm gonna call it for the day because it's getting late and I do need to wrap it up. To the left. Right there. Oh boy. Can I avoid them? Do you have stamina?
Up and away.
Okay, perfect. Okay, but I do need to wrap it up here for today. It's late, stuff is done. The rest is gonna be exploration in my own time whenever I have time. But, yeah, fun. Looking forward to see where this is gonna continue. Okay, for next week, I do kind of have it already set up what I'm gonna do, especially from Friday and for the weekend being Armored Core mostly, or just Armored Core. But before that, there's gonna be at least 2 Reverie streams because I do need to continue that game and wrap it up slowly towards the end of September, hopefully. But yeah, that's gonna be tomorrow. But for now, thanks for watching and good night.